We are checking now, doing one more sound check, you guys. Sorry. We are checking now, doing one more sound check, you guys.
I think we're good now.
We are checking now, doing one more sound check, you guys.
No, we're not. There's an echo because it just said sound check, you guys, and then there was a delay and an echo.
I think we're good now. We are checking now, doing one more sound check, you guys.
No, we're not. There's an echo because it just said sound check, you guys, and then there was a delay and an echo. I know, it's picking up again and registering again. So I'm gonna try one more thing. Sorry about this, you guys. It didn't happen like this last week. I know, it's picking up again and registering again. So I'm gonna try one more thing. Sorry about this, you guys. It didn't happen like this last week. So how about this? I'm gonna turn my phone off. Maybe it's coming from my phone. Okay. If you can hear me again, write in the comments that if it has an echo or not. We're gonna let it catch up, so give it like 30 more seconds. And it might have been echoing from my phone, so that could be a thing. So I'm gonna just wait in the comments. Let's see here, it's 8:24, so give it like one more minute after that. And if you can hear anything, let me know. We're just fixing the lighting, and you know what? I'm gonna start this live anyways, unless I think Odin the echo is gone. Yay! Oh, thank the gods. No idea why that was happening, but I think we figured it out now. So let's start this Tea and Tarot Tuesdays, and then go from there. And today is the Fool. And I feel like a fool. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, it's a simple little thing that I have to just figure out why it happened. I'm getting used to all this new technology and, you know, getting used to all the sound things, and just like life, accidents happen. But maybe I'll figure it out next week, what happened. It'll get better every time. So, hey witches, welcome back. Welcome to Tea and Tarot Tuesdays. Today we are going to be talking about the Fool card and what the Fool card means. If you are watching this again later, welcome back and welcome to Tea and Tarot Tuesdays. These are meant to be watched again. It said that, oh yeah, there we go. It's meant to be watched again if you ever didn't get the message before, or you want to just hear it again, or maybe you missed it. That's why I wanted to go live now on Tea and Tarot Tuesdays, so that you can watch these lives at a later time, and feel free. But today I'm still, yes, just like Loki. Loki is chaos and Loki is the Fool. So yeah, and we're letting some more people come in here. For anyone that is new here, welcome. My name is Foxy Divine. Today we're going to be talking about the Fool card. Every single week I do a meditation to where I sit down and I draw from my deck and I draw one card and I get the message, what's coming to me about what this card means. And today's lesson is the Fool card. If you guys have the Fool card in your deck, maybe take it out. This would be the perfect time to shuffle through your deck if you have one, or if you use other divination or other runes or anything like that. Take out a rune or something that represents starting new beginnings, because that's what the Fool energy is all about. That's what we're bringing in our life right now, is the Fool-like energy. And it's so funny that chaos, because today's lesson is all about the infinite possibilities of chaos, and how sometimes you can find order in chaos, and knowing like all the great things that come with that chaotic energy, and starting those new beginnings. And yeah, it's kind of what I wanted to bring to the table today. All right, I'm just connecting my Wi-Fi one more time so I can keep up with the comments. If you guys feel like writing a comment inside of the comment box or an emoji, what you think, let me know, because now I can read them, and they're right there, so that's super exciting. So if you guys want to write in the comments, let me know, and then I will respond. Again, today we are talking about the Fool card. We are about to do a light meditation, and we are going to kind of release all of that chaotic energy for a moment, and we're going to take a small breather to be here in the now. We are entering into that mindset where we're being more receptive of knowledge. You know, here in Tea and Tarot Tuesdays, no connection. It says no connection, love. Oh, I don't know if that's mine or if it's this one. Can you check the internet?
The internet's fine.
Oh, okay.
Your phone's connected to the lights.
Oh, okay, that's why. All right, sorry about that, you guys. It connected to something else. I'm trying to watch this right here to stay connected, but it connected to these lights and their Wi-Fi. That's funny. Okay, so let's see here. We got, remember the time I messed with your plant in the art gallery? That was foolish thing. Again, I'm sorry, bro. It's okay. You know, it happens. That's life, and you got to start a new beginning, and you got to learn. You know, same thing like with me and the sound is that I used a new program, and that's why it has like all this cool, fancy, like all the cool sparkles on it and stuff. I didn't know how to use this program accurately, and I thought I did, and that taught me the lesson and helped me in the beginnings. So again, today we are going to be talking about the Fool card and what the Fool card means, and it's about the infinite possibilities of chaos. So yeah, and again, anytime through here, if you feel like leaving a comment, what you think about the card, what you think about this lesson, maybe a situation you're going through, feel free to write it in the comments. This isn't me talking at you, this is me talking with you. You know, this is a community. That's why I kind of moved over to YouTube too, because I can do all these cool overlays and stuff like that, but also to help build a community. Also, if you want to click subscribe whenever I do these, you'll get and click the bell notification. Then you'll be able to keep up with me, as well as tomorrow I'm doing free psychic readings. So anyone that's in here today, tomorrow on YouTube at 8, I'm doing live free psychic readings. But you got to join the YouTube live to see it. Okay, so let's get into our meditation and our breathing. What I like to do with this is this is us setting our intention for the day to kind of just breathe. You know, any stress you had, either something that happened at work or at your house, your sound not working properly, you know, whatever it is that you did or went through, you're just gonna forget about this. Even if you are watching this later or you're re-watching this. This is why I do this, is so that people can re-watch it so that they can kind of have that moment of peace. And just for today, just for this live, just right now, I want for you to forget all of your problems. They don't exist. It's just me and you and everyone else in here. And we're entering into a mindset of learning, okay? So I'm gonna light some sage, do a light cleanse. And if you don't have any, it's some intentional sage for you, so it's like you're getting it. Okay, blow some towards you guys, blow some towards me. All right, let's take a moment. Let me put this around over there. Let's take a moment to just breathe, okay? Close your eyes. I'll close mine too. And I want us to take a few breaths together, okay? Close your eyes. Let's relax our shoulders. That's a big thing in meditation. Let's relax our shoulders. Unclench your forehead. Unclench your jaw. Release. All right. Let's bring our awareness to our lungs, and let's take a few breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. Keeping your eyes closed, let's visualize white light coming inside of our bodies, and every time we exhale, we're going to release black smoke. That's our negativity, anxiety, any of these emotions that we no longer need, we are purging from us in the form of black smoke. And then you're breathing in this positive white light. Deep breath in and out. Again, in and out, keeping your eyes closed. We are setting our intention to learn about new beginnings, to learn about the infinite possibility of chaos and being able to start over, being able to rebuild, having a fresh start. That is what we are putting our intention and our focus on today's lesson. Let's take one more deep breath in and let it all out. Okay, let's begin. Again, anyone that's joining us here, welcome. My name is Foxy Divine. Today we are going to be talking about the Fool card, which is one of my favorite cards as well in the deck, and talking about the infinite possibility of chaos. Cool thing, you know my real name's Seth, and Seth means chaos. It's the god of chaos in Egypt, so I've always thrived in chaos, but it's being able to find that neutral ground. I'm going to read some comments right quick before we take a second to go right ahead. Also, if you're in here, feel free to share this on your wall or tell a friend. Subscribe if you're new here. Click that subscribe and bell notification, because tomorrow I'm doing free psychic readings for anyone that shows up at 8. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Every full moon I do those. Tomorrow I got a really cool episode planned for you guys live for a full moon ritual, full moon readings, talking about the Pisces and all that bullshit that's happening, and learning to ride the wave. So I'm gonna write some comments right quick before we jump into today's lesson. Okay, let's see here. I finds you. Hi. Thank you for finding me. It makes me happy. I was just listening to your craft podcast, their craft name podcast. That's awesome. That's actually, since you're listening to that, I'm so happy that you're listening to that. Let me know what you think about it as well. Is me switching over to Artemis Fox to Foxy Divine, and also why I did it. So if anyone wants to check out our podcast, look us up on Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcast under Fireburn Cauldron Bubble. Look up Luna Hawks. She's my co-host. You can find her on Instagram and YouTube as well, Luna Hawks. She's fucking awesome. But we talk about why you have a craft name and like the concept of why having a craft name can be very sacred to you, and why having a craft name can put you into that magical mindset. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I go by Foxy Divine, is because it's my craft name. It's what I use to put me in a magical mindset when I'm doing ritual, when I'm in coven, when I'm doing all these things. I go by Foxy Divine. It just puts you into another mindset. And I'm excited for anyone that wants to share their craft name if they have one, and if they want to share, feel free to share it right now. Or I'm excited for your journey when you find one. Anyways, you're gonna help me bake some full moon bread? Yes. Actually, that's a great idea. I love doing my cooking shows. I should do a cooking show for a full moon coming up. But tomorrow's full moon thing is we're doing a psychic readings and a full moon ritual. But I should do one for like Mabon, which is the equinox, and I'll be doing a cooking show for that and like the sacredness of bread there. But yeah, I'm all about that bread life. I make really good pumpkin bread. And my loving boyfriend actually just made us banana bread yesterday, which made me super happy. It was really good. Let's see here. Most friends call me Loki in my old school because I used to mess with other kids and get in fights for being an idiot. So yeah, that's a thing. That's Loki's an awesome god. Loki's one of my favorite Norse gods, so it's an appropriate name. Being able to play tricks, the trickster. I like trickster gods, so appropriate. Let's see here. Elizabeth says, okay, so mine is Moods McGee. I like it. I like it. It's awesome. Moods McGee. I see it like on a little name tag. And your cat. Where is my cat? Is my cat somewhere? Hey! Psst, psst, psst. Thank you for that. He's playing with our other friends that we have in there, which you're going to see a video soon about all of our friends that we have. We've been trying to like squirt him. I don't have my little water bottle there. But yeah. So let's jump into today's lesson, which is the Fool card. Again, if you guys are new here, welcome. This is Tea and Tarot Tuesdays. Make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell notifications. It says like getting notifications. and we're doing free readings tomorrow, so you're not gonna wanna miss that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so let's jump into the Fool card. See if you guys can see that there. I'm pretty sure you can. So what the Fool card means to me is it's talking about that fresh start. It's about that new beginnings. Oh, it's too shiny. I just noticed that. It's talking about the new beginnings. It's talking about being able to have that fresh start, knowing that you have to start in chaos. So why I really love this card is it's the only card in the tarot that is a 0, which means starting fresh. You know, there's multiple 1s, multiple 2s, but there's only 1 0. And it's talking about being able to start on that ground zero level. For me, what really resonated with me in the Fool card is it's sometimes you have to start out fresh. And it's teaching you that it's okay to start off with that fresh energy, because a lot of times you're like, well, fuck, I just got out of this relationship. I just got out of this job. I had to switch something around in my life. And it can suck, you know? Like, I get it. And it's starting from that ground zero. And what my goal today is to teach you guys how you can switch that concept of starting over, and not viewing starting over as this horrible thing in your life, but being able to say this is an amazing fresh start, and being able to see it, like I said, and I labeled the video as the infinite possibility of chaos, and knowing that it's that balance in life between having chaos and order. And you can't have complete order, because then life it's too strict. And then you have this attachment energy to where you're like, oh, if it doesn't go XYZ in my life, then I'm going to freak the fuck out. You know what I mean? And it makes you have this like, hang on one second, take a sip of water. And it makes you be too fixed. It makes you be too much like, this is how my life has to be, and if it doesn't go this way, then I'm going to freak out. But then there's also the chaotic order, to where like if you live too much in chaos, then you have no order, and it's about going back and forth. And I find that the Fool card can teach you how to work with your chaotic energy and not be too stuck that this chaos is bad. You know, and I want to help you guys understand that chaos can be good. And I want for you kind of to meditate on it this week, is how can chaos benefit your life? And how can it help you it makes you shake things up, you know? If in feng shui, I'll give you an example with we'll bring feng shui into it. And a lot of my clients that come to me, which by the way, if anyone wants a reading in here, I do readings now 4K like this. We can do them anytime, or on the phone or email. Sometimes my clients will come to me and they'll be like, I feel really stuck in my life. And what I like to tell them is, okay, did you move something around in your have you moved something in your house? Do you want to move something around your house? Because maybe I feel that the energy is a little bit too stuck for you. And that is that's a huge lesson, is move a fucking plant, you know? Go move a painting, you know, move something in your house, and it can help freshen the energy. You need to sometimes throw that wrench into the gear system. I feel that when you throw that wrench in there and you get that new perspective, it really helps to change your outlook. And when you change your outlook, you start to change your destiny, and you start to change kind of like what you're going through. So I want for you guys, one thing that you can to do as a meditation, if you have a tarot card and you're in this room right now, or you're watching this later, if you're watching this later, push pause right there. Go get out the Fool card and really examine what the Fool card means to you, and you know, put it on your altar. Look up the meaning. You know, kind of look at the card. A lot of times, often in the tarot, when you see the Fool card in the Rider-Waite edition, specifically in that school of thought, you will see someone going off a cliff. You'll see mountains in the distance, and you'll see them with like a bag of food, and they'll have a white flower, as well as they'll have a dog. Now to like, let's like break that down, like, and the sun's out in the distance. So let me like break that down one thing at a time. Let me just read some comments right quick. I love trickery, same, and pranks. I actually have some prank books. I would say, may Loki grant us laughter as we go. That's awesome. That's a cool little mantra right there. I like that. Elizabeth says, I know where it is, but it's gotta stay there. No, understandable. If you know where it is, that's cool. I was just a little extra like suggestions people that can do. But for the Fool card, what you can see in like breaking it down for every single esoterica in there is that the sun means the universe is on your side and it's shining. It's saying like, hey, you got the universe on your side, you're starting over. You can see the sack of food on their thing, but it's only one thing, but they have all they need. Even though they have minimal resources, they have what they need. You see mountains in the background because the Fool has to go on this journey, and they don't care how many mountains are there because they're not looking at the mountains. That's why their eyes are closed. They just know they have to go in this direction. They have the purity of them. That's why the white rose is in their hand, to represent the purity of the Fool. The white dog in there can also represent a sense of loyalty towards something, maybe loyalty towards yourself or loyalty elsewhere. But that's kind of like the little esoterica in there of the tarot. And when you start studying tarot, you'll see that every single picture has these beautiful, beautiful, like hidden symbology in it that can then affect your life. It's awesome. And that's why I love tarot. And it's like this lifelong study, is that you're always seeing something new and you're always able to apply this. It's very Freud in nature. It's also very Jung in nature, Carl Jung. So let's break that down and how to apply it to your life. Again, if you guys are new here, I'm Foxy Divine. Welcome to Tea and Tarot Tuesdays. I do these every week. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing free readings. So you guys get ready. You got to click that bell notification right there and the subscribe button. You click the bell and click get notifications. I'll be going live tomorrow at 8 Eastern Standard Time and doing free psychic readings. I'll be doing a full moon ritual. A lot of fun. Just make sure that you guys check that out for some free readings tomorrow. All right. So breaking it down even more and where it's being comfortable with chaos. Oh, Grace is in the room. Hey, Grace. Yeah, we're talking about the Fool card and what the Fool card means. And it's about that infinite possibility of chaos and how it's okay to start over. So going back to that start over energy, right? When you have chaos in your life, sometimes it can be very daunting emotionally. You know, you just started a new you just broke up with someone. You just started a new job, or you got rid of a job. You cut someone out of your life. You know, you cut a habit out or a substance or whatever the fuck it is. And it's that thing of being like, oh fuck, what do I do now? I have to pivot. And it's when you can change that perspective of not seeing it as a bad thing, but seeing it as a good thing, then you can create this dynasty within your life to say like, oh my God, I get to rebuild. That is so rewarding. I'll give you some examples of what I've been going through right now too. It's like, for example, my cafe, and I wasn't able to open, and like all these COVID restrictions and XYZ. And instead of me being like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? I seen it as like, oh, I get to rebuild. I get to make something new, even better. So that's why I'm working on right now is opening up an herbal apothecary to where I sell like herbal tinctures, herbal remedies, herbal spells. You know, that's why I say the magic apothecary, where science meets magic, is that now I get even more invigoration. You know, it sucks about the Tarot Cafe currently. I do see it coming back one day, but in the meantime, I have to work on my apothecary. And that's like a lesson that I applied the Fool to me and how I seen that pivot. You know, I could have thrown myself a pity-patty party and been like, man, this really fucking sucks. This, my cafe, my baby, and yes, there's attachment to it, but it's also being able to work with the energy that you're given and being able to mold it into this beautiful thing. And that's why, like right now, why I'm sharing this with you guys is to say, you have that potential too. Whatever the fuck it is, you have that potential in you. You have that infinite possibility of chaos. And if you see this infinite possibility of chaos, then you are able to change into something even better. And that's why I love to meditate with the Fool, and I want all of you to kind of like start meditating with that Fool energy. Let's go into a relationship aspect. If you were in this relationship for a while and then you got out of it, and versus being like, still more. I'm not saying like toxic positivity where you're like, oh, everything's better, I just have to pretend that didn't happen. Like, no, I'm not saying that. Like, still more and go through all that you're going through, but see it as like, oh, now I get to even have even better relationship next time. Or that job, it sucks I don't have that job, but now the job's gonna be better. And it's being able to have that new job and seeing the infinite possibilities of chaos. And maybe that's like a mantra that you guys can kind of like incorporate into your life, is say, I am open to the infinite possibilities of chaos in my life. It's kind of like going with that flow energy and realizing that you have to start at ground zero, and sometimes starting at ground zero can be a very exciting thing. Going back to like my cafe into the apothecary right now, is that versus me being really butthurt, which yes, it hurt and I mourned for it, but at the same time I got excited. I'm a Libra too, so I'm really good at like that pivot energy and like getting the sunnier disposition. But I also, it made me be like, oh man, now I get to get a new logo and I get to sell more things and I get to help people out in their life, and I get to build up all these great things for them. And it made me filled with so much joy that now I get to help people in their body, their mind, and their soul. And then that added on to, so for example, being a certified herbalist, now I get to give you a psychic reading, but if you also have an ailment like a headache or digestion or anxiety or insomnia or whatever the fuck, I can also give you the spiritual attributes on what to do, but I can also give you the physical one and like send you a tincture of this herbal remedy that I made myself using science and not using like the folk method. And a folk method, by the way, a little herbal geekery for you, is where, and the folk method's not bad, but if you're being a business in specifics, you need to do the scientific method. And the folk method is where you kind of just put your what you're using, like if you're using lavender XYZ, and then your solvent, and your solvent is like, your glycerin or whatever you're extracting it with. And you just kind of like hope for the best. And you're like, okay, as long as I have X amount on top, it won't get the constituents that it needs, but it'll get enough. It's cool for your house. But the scientific method, which means you have to like weigh out exact herbs, there's a lot of science to it. You have to get like your solvent exact. Am I using a 45, a 35, or even up to an 85% alcohol or other glycerin or vinegar or whatever you're using to extract the proper constituents? And then you can then say every single dropper that you're getting will give you X milligrams of the herb. Went into a little herbal geeky science, but that's why I wanted to show you why it's like super exciting to me, is that like having this pivot, sorry about that, you guys. Having this pivot made me start to realize that I can learn new things. I already knew a bunch about herbs, but now I get to know that much about herbs, and that is super exciting. And that's why I was so pumped to share this message with you guys about how you can take a really shitty thing ending or like pausing, and then you can turn it into like this great thing that can be even better, to where now I can help people. And like versus me giving like Another thing that I'm like, I'll go back to the Fool and I'll be done with my herbal geek talk. Because I'm super nerdy with herbs, and like I'm not talking like just like the meaning of the herbs, but also like the history, the science. Does it affect your endocrine? Does it affect your nervous, your respiratory, your digestion? You know, now I can break it down and bring that body, mind, soul. So when I'm working with a client, like doing a reading for them, I can say, okay, we've learned that XYZ happened to you in the past, and you want to work on this goal, but you also have anxiety. I could give you an anxiety tincture as well, which is like an extract that I have that you take once, twice a day, and it will actually help you on a physical level, because now I know the science on, oh, well, it's their nervine system. I need to give them a nervine versus giving them more of something that would relax their body. Or maybe it's not their mental thing, maybe it's their physical stress. So I'll give you something to release you physically, or maybe, you know, XYZ to help with it. And it just feels so magical and so rewarding. Now I get to be that witch that can help people with the psychic stuff, with the spiritual guidance, but also give them the physical means to make that trifecta of the body, mind, and soul. Because I believe you have to have an equilibrium between them to reach homeostasis within our being. And that's what the Fool taught me, and how I feel, and why I felt so passionate to share with you guys about how the Fool can help change your life, and even meditating with it, or, you know, seeing what this Fool-like energy does for you and how it might change you and give you that pivot. And I you know, I'm gonna read some comments and I'll move on. Sorry, I gotta catch up all these comments right quick, and then I'll go back to it. Let's see here. We got, you should do Epsom salt blends. That would be awesome. Thank you for that. That's a good idea. I wanted to, you know, I was making bath blends, but I also want to mix in, that's good to do with the salt. So I'll have like a bath blend with the salts. Because in my school, because I went to school for herbs, by the way, is that I learned, like, with the aromatherapy with a bath, is that there's herbs that you'd never think that, you know, like there's stereotypical herbs, like when people think of like a nervine. By the way, a nervine means an herb that affects your nervous system. You know, people go to like lavender and rose, but there's other ones that you never even thought about for smell. You know, like for example, like rosemary and stuff like that could be something that could help you, or using calendula flowers on your face. But I didn't think about to do it with the Epsom, so thank you for that. That's cool. Also, we got sage and lavender, or honey and rosemary. I've got all the suggestions. Oh, yay. Yeah, I just didn't notice that. Yeah, rosemary. Also, like oats, like wild oats in your bath. It's super good for your skin. But yeah, I like that. Thank you for that. So what else? Let's take that down. Sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, so that's what the Fool energy is. Oh, and also anyone that just joined in, please click that subscribe button and the bell notification to keep up with all this cool content. Again, tomorrow I'm gonna be doing free readings, free psychic reading, because it's the full moon. It's a one question, it's not like a full reading. If you want a full reading, then we can book together and like do a 4K footage like this over the phone. I even do cheaper email readings if you like. But if you want like a one-off question, then tomorrow I will be doing free psychic readings for the full moon. I'll also be doing a full moon ritual if you guys want to come join the fun and see that. Or also check out my Instagram, look up Foxy Divine, because I put like really hella funny stories on there, and it's a lot of cats. So if you want to see cool cat stories, go to my Instagram and check that out. Yeah. So what else? I want to hear in the comments. What is something that you guys had to start over and you had to use the Fool's energy? Where could have the Fool energy been more appropriate for you? Or possibly what is a situation right now you're going through that the Fool can help you to pivot? Feel free to write it in the comments about anything that you're experiencing and any Fool-like energy in your life. Let's see here. In my new phone box. What do you mean in my new phone box? I'm curious about that. But yeah, as everyone's watching this right now, feel free to write it. Hang on. because I had a weird accident with my old phone. What do you mean by weird? No, I'm super intrigued. But is that like your new beginning, like having that new phone box? Sometimes getting a new phone can help you to have that new beginning energy, having that like start over in your life. So I could see that. I remember like when I switched phones, or even like just the covering of the phone. When I get a new phone, it helped me be like, okay, what can I start over right now, and have that fresh start. Let's see here. It's a new beginning with my phone. That's cool. That helps, like I said, having this whole new phone can help you to have that nice restart and that nice beginning. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else want to share? What is a new beginning you're going through? What is something that you might be in a chaotic state? Is it a new job? Is it a relationship? Is it a new phone? Feel free to share in the comments anything that you might be going through. So I'm going to give some suggestions. As more people, please keep writing in the comments. I'd love to read them. I've had a very long string of unnecessary jobs and have a vast array of interest and no idea how to pinpoint them with a good, solid career. That can be a beautiful thing. What happened to you with the long string of events, even though it sucks, I'll admit it, that can suck, but it also helped build you up to realizing what you don't want. And I'm not saying like view it as like a toxic positivity. Be like, everything's fine. No, everything's not fine. And that sucks. That sucks what you went through. But now I can start to see like the Fool's energy to where you have the infinite possibilities of chaos and you're able to have all these options to where it can seem daunting, but at the same time it can be exciting. Maybe that's where the Fool energy, if you have a tarot deck, take out the Fool card this week and just meditate with it, or look up what the Fool card is and put it on the background of your phone, and that can help you to like invoke that Fool-like energy. And I think that could be really beneficial for you. And think of it like, here's another meditation for you to really, put into your life, is be that kid in a candy store. You might not be able to be like, fuck, I know exactly I want this or I want that, but you're like, oh, there's so many options. And like seeing that as an exciting thing versus an anxious thing could maybe help to start put that change in what you're looking for in your life. And again, thank you for sharing. And I know that it can suck right now, but it's that beautiful things can happen with that starting over energy. Yes, definitely feels like I'm looking at a raw piece of clay and don't know what to make. Yeah, and maybe you can call to that. So I'll teach you a little like magical like spell you can do. So tomorrow is the full moon. So maybe a spell that you can do, or prayer, they're the same thing. You can light it, have like a picture of the Fool. Look, little cat fur. You can have a picture of the Fool right there, and then you can have your candle in the front, and you can say, I call to the Fool's energy, I call towards new beginnings. You have a lot of energy tomorrow, so really try to use that energy to kind of like help you vibe on what you're looking for exactly, and really seeing that new beginnings. And knowing that you might be going ahead, there might be tumultuous mountains. That's why like when you look at the Fool card, a lot of times you'll see those mountains in the horizon, but the Fool don't give a fuck. The Fool just keeps on like going forward, and it's you being able to say, I know there's probably mountains ahead, but I'm just going to press forward because I know I'm supposed to go this direction. And I promise it comes in time. It just takes a lot of looking in and a lot of like of that inner work, that meditation, because think of it like this. When people come to me for readings, and the first thing they say is like, how do I speak to gods, the gods, or how do I speak to my spirit? And I go, step one, shut the fuck up. Simple. Like a lot of times being quiet and just like looking in and doing consistent meditation, it can really help you to find out what it is that you want in your life. And when you take that thing and knowing that, that infinite possibilities of chaos, that Fool card, that fresh, pure energy, Learn the lessons from the, the string of jobs that didn't work, of what didn't work, but then be excited that you've narrowed it down in this direction at least. So that's super exciting for you. And, I want it, here, let's switch it like this. Here's another thing for you. Maybe you can say, I am grateful for the clay that I have in my life. Or this is very arbitrary what I'm saying right now as far as exact words, but you can pinpoint it, say, I am thankful for the many opportunities that I have in my life. I am thankful that I get to start over. I am thankful for the new opportunities that come into my life. And when you start to focus on that, I am thankful for the new energy that comes into my life, then you can start to open up those pathways. Other things that you can do, now I'm gonna break it down psychically, or witchy, or whatever the fuck you wanna call it. And anyone can do this. Anyone that's looking for a new beginning, or anyone that's looking for here's witch tip of the day. Anyone that's looking for a new beginning or invoking that energy, besides putting the Fool card on your altar or on your phone, you can also call to a god of crossroads. So if you look up online and type in God of the Crossroads, Goddess of the Crossroads, and the crossroads, think of it, and that's big in pagan lore and stuff like that, is being able to be you're at this crossroads right now where it's starting to intersect and you're fuck, which way do I go? Calling the gods of crossroads, such as, and I'll label a few. We have Hermes, we have Papa Legba, we have Anubis, just finding out which one works for you, and then maybe putting an offering to them. Papa Legba likes black coffee or super, super sweet coffee, or cigarettes, cigars. Hermes likes spices. It's different. It's what you really resonate with, but that's a little witchy tip, is using a god or goddess of a crossroads to open up opportunities in your life. And that can kind of open up these opportunities there. That's why I have just little, maybe you can see this or not, this tattoo right here. This is, maybe? There we go. This is Papa Legba. And Papa Legba is a guardian of the crossroads. And the reason I have this on my arm right here is it reminds me that, every single time that I might feel lost or feel I don't have a direction or feel what's going to happen next, I look at my arm or my wrist, and then I rub it. And I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I know that as soon as one door closes, at least two more are opening up. And it's just me finding out which door I want. And that's just one little tiny thing you can do for praying for these opportunities. Writing down what you could do, just writing down all the options. And even though it might seem daunting to see everything, when you start, and you can use the computer. A suggestion I have for people that I often do for people I life coach is that I say write it down, in your physical hand. Write it down, and that can help you to kind of find more direction on what you're looking for, because then your brain will process it differently, because we are a tactile creature. We need something physical. That's why a lot of things in tarot can work, because we have physical cards, mirror exercises, writing things down. Our brain works on that physical, tactile, touchy kind of feel. So if you can write that down, all of your options, and then kind of look at them, that can help your brain to narrow them down. Also with let's bring in tarot into the Fool and kind of wrap this bow on top of it. Use your divination. Are you using tarot, runes, ohms, bones? Are you looking and using cloud divination? Just whatever divination you vibe with. Maybe use your own form of divination, draw some cards or throw some stones or whatever the fuck, and find out what it is you feel called to, and then break it down. And again, this gets into Carl Jung and Freud kind of mentality of when you pull over a card, what does this card say to you? If you're, okay, let's just do this random. Let's do this right here. I'm going to break it down how you can do this, how you can do this at home. And again, this applies to anyone that's in the room. Anyone just joining in, welcome. My name is Foxy Divine. This is Tea and Tarot Tuesdays. We do these every Tuesday, pretty much at 8 Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow we're doing psychic readings. So click that bell notification and subscribe, and you will possibly get a free psychic reading tomorrow. How exciting! All right, we are going to do, I'm going to give you a little Freud and Carl Jung, the collective subconscious. That's what tarot a lot gets to. If you look up, here's a little cool tarot exercise for you guys. Look up Carl Jung, like J-U-N-G, the Jung of Tarot. Super good book on it, and it's like it's about the collective archetypes and these subconscious. You know, it's why when you look at rose quartz or you look at the color pink, you think love. Why when you look at green and you see health or money or, you know, XYZ, whatever, and it's this collective subconscious and cool archetypes of tarot. Just has like, that's like tarot expert level when you start getting into it, but I would look into that. So anyone that's just joining in, welcome, welcome. We're doing a quick exercise to show you how you can make decision making based on your using your own cards or whatever form of divination you have on how you can find a decision. So let's say, I'm just going to be very random right now. Let's say you had to choose between a psychologist, an artist, and hang on, let's think of a cook. Maybe. Sure. Let's random. I know, that's why I love doing these. I love doing these on the spot so you guys can like see the Freud or Jung of tarot. So let's say that you're doing tarot for yourself and you're trying to figure out, do you want to be a therapist, like a psychologist? Do you want to be an artist, or do you want to be a chef? And let's say these are the things together. Then you ask your cards, do your prayers, try to talk to yourself. Try to talk to your higher self, do like a little relaxing meditation. Because before you do these, before you talk to your divine self, you should do like a quick, well, not quick, take your time, and do like a nice breather. Then after that, you're going to draw some cards, and let's try to get the common denominator. Again, the three options, and this is in a hypothetical world right now, is a psychologist, an artist, and a chef. So then pull 3 cards and let's try to see what they would lead to. Okay, and you guys can feel free to read along with me and see like what you come up with. And we're doing a hypothetical again for someone coming in, again, the Fool card, new beginnings, and they're like, man, I am torn between 3 different careers. Am I going to choose, excuse me, 1 second, I had to burp again, a lot of coffee. Okay, we're good. Again, this is live, you guys. Do you want to be an artist? Do you want to be a chef? Or do you want to be a psychologist? Now, the first card that comes up is we get the Page of Pentacles or the Page of Coins. This is a very earthy based card. This is a beginning of structure. It can talk about material things. It can talk about like having that gold. That's why they have gold in their hands. The second card that we get is we get the 9 of Wands. Now the 9 of Wands, if you look at it, you see a person that's kind of bandaged up. They're on the defense. They're hanging behind a wall of wands, thus making them be on edge. They feel kind of beaten and broken, and they're on the defensive. They are on the they're on like behind the scenes. They're like, oh, I have to always be on guard. It's a very guarded person. And then let me get the third one. And then we get the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks about triumphant success. It talks about having the initiative, the starting of having that. It's a very air-based card, and air rules the intellect. And just to break it down one more time for you, is that Pentacles is earthly things, Cups are emotional, Swords are intellectual, and then Wands our ego and our drive. So let's put all of these together. Again, anyone that's just joining in or watching this later, and I'm gonna read some comments right quick. We got some little comments going on here. We got Elizabeth, should make my tea and tell you what the tea says. Oh, please, I love Tasteomancy. I used to do that at the cafe. I love Tasteomancy. That's actually what helped me with other things when I had to learn about, apothecary, and I got the dragon inside of it. I had a really cool dragon in the tea, but please let me know what comes to you and say it. Please, I love that. I love doing readings. I love this. So thank you for that. Also, what kind of tea are you using? Are you using black, or are you using, what you using? And then we got Christina, hey! Hey girl, hey. Your episode drops tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. I just have to make sure that it processes and finish that. But tomorrow's the full moon, yeah. Also, tomorrow, you guys should check out Christina's Instagram. She's totally cool psychic as well. We are doing today, for what you missed, Christina, is that we are doing the Fool today and talking about the infinite possibilities of chaos and how in that chaos you can rise above using that chaos. And it's like kind of the excitement of that kid at a candy store versus that like, oh shit, I have to start over now in my life. Because, after a breakup, you're like, well, damn. What do I have? Be like, damn, look what I can do. Look what not like do, but you know what I mean. Or like if you lose a job or you have a series of jobs that you lost, being able to be like, what is this chaos, and riding with that chaos. And the main lesson today is people being able to have that infinite possibility of that chaos and riding that horse and being able to be like, I'm able to ride that horse right now and enjoying this chaotic energy. Now, the exercise that we just did right now, which is super interesting, this was on the fly, and I love doing these things. Someone was talking about, how can you find out an answer for what you want to do in your life? And how can you find out if you're feeling lost and you're like, man, I have all of these decisions going on right now, what direction? Now, the hypothetical exercise that we went through today, and I'm teaching people how they can make decisions using the tarot, is I said, pretend that you have 3 options before you. I can either be a psychologist, you can be an artist, or you can be a chef. And then we were drawing cards. And again, this technique I'm using is very Carl Jung, like the collective subconscious and the archetypes, kind of like why when you see green, you think health or money, or when you see pink, you think love, or, all these different other things, and like purple, royalty and spirituality. So it's very Freud in nature. So this is like a decision tool, and using tarot as a decision-making tool to decide what's a great path for you and see what your subconscious, or the collective subconscious, however you see it, reacts. So with the 3 situations in this hypothetical reading, we said, do you want to be a psychologist, an artist, or a chef, and where would you find the most success? Now, the 3 cards that we got the Page of Pentacles. Again, Page is like that very starter energy. It's that fresh outlook at things. It's also very grounding energy. Then we get the 9 of Wands, which you see someone that's damaged and bandaged, and they're hiding behind this pain, and they're being on the defense, and they're wondering when the next shoe's gonna drop. Someone that's went through a lot of damage in their life. And then we get the Ace of Swords, which talks about, because swords, again, represent intellect, and the Ace of Swords is like the antithesis of this intellectual energy, but also having triumphant success while doing it. Now, what is write in the comments right now, and then I'll tell you what I think too. What are some things you think? With this collective right now, we're kind of doing this as a group exercise right now. Do you feel that the person in this hypothetical reading would have more success being a psychologist, with being an artist, or being a chef? What is your interpretation? Write in the comments which one you think it is. There is no wrong answer. I want to put that out there right now. There is no wrong answer here. What do you think with these 3 cards? And then I'll tell you mine. With the Page of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, and then the Ace of Swords. Would this person want to be an artist, a chef, or a psychologist And then why do you think those answers? And I'd like to see like what sparked you or why it said that. I want to read some comments as everyone's writing down what they guess and what they think it is. Again, there's no wrong answers here. This is like a fun little, exercise off the cuff that we're doing. I'm going to read some comments. Again, anyone that's in here, please click that bell notification. Click the subscribe button because I have free readings tomorrow, but you got to click the subscribe and bell notification. And we'll do some free readings tomorrow, so it's super exciting. And I'll be doing full moon witchcraft tomorrow, so if you want to come join in, grab a candle, and let's do some witchy shit together. Okay, I'm reading some comments right now. 1 second. Okay, we got, well, if it's not the leaves, it's the most joy. That's beautiful, and that's what I like to teach people is the creativity can help you with your spirit. Oh no, the screen went black. Yes, but can you hear me? Oh, okay. So we're back right now. We got a few answers right now. We got psychologists because they bring our artists, and they said because they bring joy and. Oh, okay, so that's when I go. Okay, cool. So we're going to just wrap this up right now. Those are all good answers, and those are correct. I personally feel that it'd be psychologist as well, because I seen like helping people ground, helping people like not be on the defense, and helping people who are wounded psychologically, as well as you and having the success and using your intellect. That's why I seen the intellectual energy and what kind of like stuck out to me. The energy is slow, Page of Pentacles, yep. It is also energy that goes through a journey of ups and downs and takes times to build. Yeah. And maybe because it's that slow process is like psychology versus like chef and artist would take more time. So I would see that. That's a good point. Thank you for that, Christina. About why the Page of Pentacles would be that slower energy, and they would take that slowness to be able to go to school. So I see that. Thank you, Christina, for that. With Graces, yeah, I do see the creativity and being able to heal people. So that's the beautiful thing about this Carl Jung, or the beautiful, the Freud of tarot, is what does it say to you? My message is only special to me. Your message is special to you, and it's your interpretation. And that's kind of how divination works. Is divination helps us to find that inner wisdom and be able to find that inner knowledge and that inner spirituality and what that says to you. So Grace, if that says artist to you, then guess what? It means artist. If it says psychologist to you, it means psychologist. It's what your spirit and your brain has to say about that message. So that is one way that all of you can use your tarot in your decision making. Either it be, maybe you have an option with different suitors in your life. Maybe you have a different option in jobs. Maybe you have a different, there's all these different things that you can have these options with. And tarot is that decision making tool. So yeah, I would love, feel free to message me. You find me on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Insta, look me up on Insta and check that out under Foxy Divine. So let's like wrap this up with a bow now. So again, the Fool card is the infinite possibilities of chaos, knowing that chaos happens, but sometimes chaos can be a really good thing. It can, it's don't see it as like, oh shit, I have to start over. See it like, yeah, I get to start over. Either it be relationship, it be job, it be your life, seeing it as that awesome and exciting thing that you get to start out fresh, invoke that spirit of the kid at the candy shop that's like, oh, do I want Twizzlers? Do I want suckers? You know, bubble gum? You know, whatever you want. Just look at it like that. Say, I have all this option. I have this clay in my life that can start molding a new life. Some new energies. Bring out some fresh energy. If you're feeling stagnant right now, look at some feng shui techniques. You know, maybe move a plant around, move your TV around, move your couch somewhere else. Like, look up something that you can change around to invoke this. Tomorrow's that full moon. We're going to be doing some witchy stuff tomorrow. So make sure that you come join my live tomorrow at 8. I'll be doing psychic readings for free. So come check it out. If you guys want to join my email list, send me a message. Look me up on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook. Look me up on Instagram under Foxy Divine and send me a message if you want to join my emailer. And it's once a week. I give like free witchy tips and free videos for any of my subscribers on my email list, and it's all free. And if you guys want to book a reading, let me know. I do readings like this in 4K now. And I also do readings 4K. I do phone readings. I do email readings. Check it out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And I teach workshops and life coach. And lastly, make sure you check out my podcast under Fire Burn Cauldron Bubble. Again, that is Fire Burn Cauldron Bubble. You can find me on Spotify, on iTunes, on Instagram, all over. Just look me up there and you can check it out. I'm gonna read some more comments as we wrap this up. Thank you. You're welcome. Bread is in the oven. I love bread, full moon bread. Great little distraction and hopeful tea made sense. I liked, especially compassion is the biggest way. That's why I have this tattoo right here, is to teach me to speak my truth with compassion. And if I'm really feeling shitty or negative towards someone, I have to have compassion. I bring that essence of compassion in my heart. My ending note for everyone, please look for something that you can start over in your life. Work with the infinite possibility of chaos. Know that you're starting from ground zero. Again, tarot's the zero card. It can be a beautiful thing starting fresh. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Check out my video. By the way, I did some September predictions. Let me know when I see you tomorrow or next Tuesday. Look at my September predictions video. I just dropped it, and tell me what pile you picked. Was it the rose quartz, the selenite, the obsidian? I'm really excited to hear what pile you guys picked. And yeah, a lot of cool videos coming up. And my meditation video is about to drop. This Saturday, you get to do a meditation video that you just pop in your earphones and meditate. I'm making a grounding exercise. Anyone that's come to my meditation classes will know that I put a lot of love into these. Thank you for joining me on this Tea and Tarot Tuesdays. I will see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Again, 8 o'clock. Make sure you tell your friends. Check me out on Instagram to get updates. I'll see you tomorrow at 8. We're going to be doing some witchcraft of the full moon and doing a full moon ceremony, as well as doing free readings. I will see you guys later. Pick up your wands, stir your cauldrons, hop on your broomsticks, and have a magical day.